because it does feel like mousesports, you know, this hasn't exactly been one of their strongest maps, and so I'm curious to see what they have in store for us here, because if we wound up on Cobble in a best of one, they have to have something for us, Anders.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting. I mean, we've seen already these best of one formats. It's so heartbreaking. You really have to play well from the beginning. Lol is going to get shot down, and the panel just mentioned this. Don't give HS a good starter. He'll rip your team right into Estonian player and very talented. He's going to find another headshot. Sen will take down Chris J, and that leaves Oscar in a 1 versus 5. What do you make of the odds here, Sumner?
You know, he's got like a 1 in 5.
I don't think you understand how mathematics work at all.
But you're breaking the rule, Anders. No math. No math live.
Right this very second, Lurpus is typing a tweet. Oscar is in a lot of trouble, and I think he had less than a 20% chance to actually win that. But I still appreciate the attempt. It's Penta picking up the round anyway, and classic old B-Rush. It works.
There you go. I mean,
almost all the time.
There's not much more to be said than just the fact that everything went perfectly for Penta. Straight B-Rush, no hesitation, good nade timings as well. All the nades bloomed as the push began. And so there was really, once that first kill came through for Penta, there was very little mousesports could do. And now we're going to have that kind of like force buy coming in here. Oscar seems like he's going to save just a little bit, but the rest of his teammates going into the Kevlar and pistols. One thing that really impressed me today, Anders, earlier this morning, I was just watching random videos on YouTube, and I somehow wound up on a Quake 3 thing with Mihai. No, not with Mihai, Carmack. Like 10 years ago with Rafa. And Rafa was explaining, you know, oh yeah, so at this time I knew that I could do this, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, just how quick he could add 25 and 35 seconds, right? Timing, Mega, and Red Armor and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, just like instantly, just like, oh, I knew that, you know, it would spawn at 6:15, and he's just looking at the clock, right? He's just instantly adding it. You're like, that's a lot of practice. You know, like numbers for him, no problem. Like, just add and subtract.
One of the hidden and cool elements of Quake, I agree. It's coming back, apparently. I've heard rumors.
August, I think?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I'm actually excited for it. This round, less exciting for mousesports. Very hard, I think, to play this second round when you are on the CT side. They have invested into armor, which is sort of, you know, bucking the trend a little bit for European Counter-Strike. Usually you just want to, well, I say usually, but teams are trending towards not picking out the armor and then having a really good buy. And I think actually on Cobblestone, it's a really good idea to do that. You're going to need everything in that 4th round. Not just, you know, the FAMAS and no grenades or anything like that. You really need a lot to make it work. They've got a kill, though, on HS, so I guess that's something. But, yeah, I will still go ahead and disagree with this armor buy for mousesports. I would have said buy Deagles and no armor, and then try and snipe away from long distance, then buy full in the 4th round.
Yeah, and the UMP is still so strong that Penta, whichever way that goes, if they get Kevlar helmet, not too worried about it. If they go Kevlar less, then even better. You're just going to shred them all. Yeah, like what are the chances that, I mean, on this map, if you're far away, this is actually, I'm going to steal Henry's point here, because I think he makes a valid point in this sense. If you're far away on a map like this, if you're close and you're fighting C-Set 75, which some of them were, C-Set 75 armor, close range, then you need the armor, you know? But if you're fighting long range with a Deagle, chances are you're either going to hit one of, you know, the first 2 or 3 shots, or you're dead anyway. Like, armor or no armor, you're not going to survive, you know, that long. So why not just not buy the armor and play the Deagle long range? It's fun how long it's taken for us to get here, though, Anders, right? Because, I mean, it started out with the SMGs becoming more and more popular, the French teams really getting into that with the MP9s, etc. And then teams were just like, but we need to buy the armor, because if we don't, we're just going to give them free money with them buying those SMGs, so we need the armor to counter the SMGs, right? Yeah. But then everybody just got so damn good with the SMGs, it was just like, okay, even if we buy the armor, they're still killing us with the SMGs. So we're coming like full circle now, where it's just like, right, okay, we'll just not buy armor again, right? Because we're going to die anyway. Everybody's just so good with UMPs now.
And that's sort of what metagame means, you know, that word gets used so much, but I mean, that's how it evolves, right? People just continue to be creative about it. Smoke is up at the broken wall, and some grenades are coming through, and actually down drops. Sonny standing on his own Molotov for a little bit. Rops will get the kill on him. It's a bit much. Chris has gone down in the meantime, and Lowell in a great boost up there. And that drops the bomb down. What is happening, Penta? They just went very aggressive with no information at all and lost 3 players.
Yeah, trying to keep up that pressure on the B site, but also perhaps getting just a little too excited with such a strong start in the pistol in the second round. Now they're going to just have to slowly whittle down mousesports, look for these long-range fights. Crystal's down to 24 HP. Innocent with the AK. He's the one you really want to see start getting into action here. He's got that superior firepower. But there's still a minute left on this clock here for mousesports and Penta both to start maneuvering.
He's playing right at the smoke there. Rops, it looked like he actually could see something. Now he's flanking around it, and Innocent He's actually going to get the kill on Rob, so I would have thought that would have been a more effective position. 40 seconds here for this 2 vs 2 standoff, and Oscar's going to be the first to waver a bit. And he goes down immediately and Innocent. You're damn right. He brings it back with a quad kill. And you want to say mousesports shouldn't do anything before the bomb goes down, but I feel like that's easier said than done. Like, they were in some weird positions, and they, you know, they were trying their best. It's still a good round for them, but they could have probably won it as well. Yeah,
I kind of wish that Lowell was able to get 2 kills out of that position. I do like them giving him that boost spot to be able to look over the smokes. He had the UMP, and so he did manage to pick up 1 and do some damage, but it's a shame he wasn't able to get a little bit more out of that. Still, mousesports shouldn't be feeling too bad about that. They got quite a few kills, so a lot of money getting spent here by Penta to get fully equipped going into the 4th round bye. Whereas mousesports, no AWP picked up. Makes me just a little nervous.
4th round here. It looks like it will be a run up through middle, in fact, and they're all the way up towards the A-bomb side. They've got really deep in this site without any kind of a fight. And finally, when it happens, it's Rob's going down, Sen with a big opening. They've actually just Molotoved out the whole long flank there, and that's a really good idea. Crystal taking a fight in middle. We'll go down to Dennis. Still a 4-on-4 here with a big advantage for Penta.
There we go. Innocent nice and patient, but he knows there's still Dennis alive over there. And sure enough, he will find that 2nd kill as well. So some good comms coming through here from mousesports. And mousesports already peeling off that site. They don't want to have anything to do with it. Lowell and Chris J, they've been spotted. Quick hunt coming in here from HS. Yeah, looking to live up to the name?
Let's hope Tyloo and Penta never play each other.
I know, right? We're getting a lot of like these just letters for names right now, and it's
oh, Sunny trying his best. Getting these rifles is big, and there's Lowell going down. So well played from Penta. That's a big gamble to try and go for that kind of a thing, but it's I would say an informed gamble on Penta's side, because it's very common for people to have even just 1 person pushed up alone, and then sort of like 3B and 1 towards drop. That's a very common early setup, because you're afraid of the B push. They just did the B push a bunch, so they sort of almost trained them to be worried about that. And I think Penta were just thinking, listen, we'll just go mid, they'll have 4 at B and 1A, and then we'll work anyway. But even when there were 2A long, they just grenade them out of the position, and they can't do anything. Really smart play from Penta, actually.
Whoa,
Dennis.
Buddy.
Oh, very close, HS. Careful, but there's someone else to take over. The infinite AK spray.
That was like 8 seconds of continuous spray from 2 AKs. What is going on here? Chaos. I did like mousesports' initial positioning. They did have the 4 stacked over at B. They were hoping that Penta with the anti-eco would just go rushing in again, maybe try and catch them off guard doing that. But instead, it's Penta once again focusing on A. And this is just going to make it more complicated for mousesports to figure out what Penta are going to go for in this 6th round coming up, when mousesports will be able to buy again. I do like that they're leaving Chris J alone over on B as well. Because if it is an A hit after all, Chris, he can still save that rifle.
Oh, that's a nice pick off. And Oscar, who was holding in that position that some remember as the Freiburg position, ends up getting himself killed later. But leaves Chris in a 1-on-3 with just an M4 here. Very unlikely he can win this kind of situation. He needs a bit of a mistake on someone from the Penta side, and instead he's going to find Sunny's SMG. Triple kill for Sunny, and let's be honest, it wasn't just HS who was playing well on Penta. Sunny was the other part of it.
Yes.
And there's a weird linguistic connection there. Estonia and Finland, I think, are linguistically tied in some weird way.
Yeah, it's like Lithuania, Estonia, Finland. They're all very similar. Seen as some of the hardest languages to learn, basically, period. Between Lithuanian and Finland.
I'm not convinced they even are languages. I think there's...
Well, did you see that meme going around for a while where it's just like, it starts off where it's like, this is a dog or something. It's just like 1 word, and then you could just keep adding things to that 1 word, and it still made sense. Like, to a Finnish person reading it, totally valid word. But it was just like infinite. It's like the Finnish language was going like, I am infinite.
It's very strange. But nonetheless, they seem to do a good job in Counter-Strike, so all is forgiven. HS making his way down. That's a very quick boost, and actually it timed perfectly, that drop. Rox has gone down. Oscar picks up a kill, but he doesn't realize there's a 2nd player there, and that's a bit of a mind game all on its own. Dennis is going to be going down, and waiting is Sen. Should have been a kill. That's a big misstep there. That would have been the round 1 immediately. Now there's still a chance for mousesports, although Crystal... Oh my god, the timing is so close. He turns around, and for some reason Chris had his knife out. That's a silly way to go down. Now, Lowell, how do you go into this 1 versus 2? The answer is you just don't. Innocent, playing very well indeed. The Polish player currently with 10-0-1 as a scoreline, and there's a timeout here for PENTA. You know, just to finish off with the finish point. Now that we are making fun of them, they can take it. The Finnish are cool people.
Yeah.
I told Natu yesterday. I said, to me, the Finnish language looks like 2 alphabets that went to sort of nuclear war, and the only thing that survived is like S, K, Y, and I, and they just try to make a language out of that. It's just unreasonable, I think.
That sounds a bit like, the Borderlands, Fallout, sort of leftover, Yeah. So you're saying that their language is basically like bottle caps or whatever?
Yeah, it's very strange. But it does sound really entertaining.
Listen, so long as you provide Natu with, a cold beer and a sauna, you can pretty much say what you want. He's going to be cool with it.
Yeah, he's very chill. I say this as a Danish person as well. Danish is completely incomprehensible and just like a... bastardized version of German, really.
Well, you guys just do like vowels, like A's and stuff, and then just
a language waiting to be extinct slowly.
There is still that joke, the Norwegian comedians who put that together, where even Danes can't understand Danes.
Yeah, that happens.
So I sold him 1,000 liters of milk. It's not my problem if he did not understand.
That does happen. It's very strange. Well, mousesports. Tactical timeout, get everyone cooled down. 1 smoke here and some armor, so I mean obviously the tactical brilliance isn't really going to be coming out in this kind of a round. We're just waiting to see if they can do anything in the upcoming round. They are playing on the CT side of Cobblestone, so I'm not in full panic mode for mousesports yet, but I'd like to see them pick up, maybe not so much this round, but the next one, although that's a nice headshot from Dennis. Stealing away sadly only a Mac 10, and now the push comes into the A-bomb site.
Oh buddy. There was a chance there for Oscar. Now he's been spotted out, caught in the crossfire, nowhere to go. Dennis hoping to change that, but it's not going to happen. And man, just brutal. mousesports also kind of going for the whole YOLO approach, really. Just trying to get this round over with, it looked like. Just charging onto A, hoping to get lucky. So that's not going to be the case this time. I do want to give it to Innocent, though, that so far, 2 key rounds, right? The one where in the anti-eco, it's just him left with 1 more, and he managed to pick up a quad kill. And then the round before the timeout, where he gets that key frag on the man holding behind Van. Not only does he get the first one, but the second one. Like, he's getting high-impact situational frags here that are really making the difference for his team. So you got to give it to him, hands down. He's stepping up. It was HS and Sunny who really stood out yesterday, but I'm glad to see that it's Innocent leading the charge today.
Yeah, that's a good sign, I think, for PENTA, that they've got a couple of different players like that that can really step it up. Lowell is going to survive with the armor, which, why not? I mean, he isn't taking any armor damage. He can just buy a helmet if he wants to, and he will. That's obviously a crucial difference. If you take a little bit of damage, then oops.
Yeah, no, forget it. But what's sick about this buy, dude, is we get the double op again. Oscar and Chris J. We're getting Chris back on the op. Good.
Yeah. This could very well be the solution, couldn't it? To a map like this, should give you a lot of space to work with. Time for mousesports to really get fired up, I feel like. 7-0 in favor of PENTA. Don't want to give them too much of a free run now. They have... actually, they got 15,000 on Innocent, but it's still possible for mousesports to break the economy within a couple of rounds here, just because the rest of PENTA are not exceedingly rich. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, here we go. They're changing it up again. Catching a man out in the open. There's the first kill, but they're close enough to be able to trade. Rops tries to do the best that he can, and Lowell will be able to find 1. He's still alive on the site. Grinds it down to a 2-on-2 for his team, but Innocent again. Innocent. 3 kills for him, making all the difference in the world. Still have a smoke to block off connector, but Oscar isn't going to wait around. He's looking to find that shot as they get out into the open. And sure enough, he will deny the bomb plant.
That's very smart from Oscar, and he tries to get the flick, but Sunny with the return headshot instead, and PENTA winning in the 8th round. And for those of you at home really paying attention, you will have noticed the AK being fired into the wall as they were dropping into the drop. That's such a clever way to mask the sound of that drop. Very smart play. I'm not sure if we can credit all of that with why the B players weren't really looking that way, but let's just pretend that it was, because it's so cool, you know. Those are little things. We've seen it before in the past where people fire, you know, the AWP or something as they drop down, because it just masks the sound a bit. That's a very smart play. Because you can't wallbang that corner. I've tried. You cannot.
If I was trying to put myself in mousesports' mind at that point, so far Penta have pretty much only hit plateau. And so until there is that theory, right? Until you teach a team that what they're doing isn't working again, you're going to force them to change it up. That team is just going to keep running and running and running with the same strategy if it keeps proving to be effective. So perhaps they had the 3, and those last 2 A hits really changed it up because you had 2 guys holding solid on A at the beginning of the round as well. And so mousesports are trying to cover both bases now. They're not sure where Penta are going to go, and Penta throw another strat at them that just completely catches them off.
9th round here. I was certainly expecting a different kind of a situation. I was expecting a fairly even game, but that's what we're seeing right now. Oscar counting the footsteps, charging through and picking up Sen. That's a big kill. Hasn't reloaded yet because he knew he was going to have a second fight. That's actually a smart play from Oscar. Or running for the AK would have got him killed as well. So he did the best that he could, but seems like another fairly quick round out of Penta. The bomb is making its way up and it will be planted, so don't think there's anything mousesports can do here.
They're doing such a fantastic job, Penta.
Yes.
I mean, good nade usage. Those Molotovs constantly blocking off balcony, so they don't really have to worry about anybody making a play over there, as well as holding the back line and underpasses. I mean, this is looking so good right now for Penta. And they're a mix. I mean, mix of nationality, right?
No, but I mean, I'm really thoroughly impressed. I think this is fantastically cool to see. They will be losing Innocent, but still... just a kit here on Robs. He's actually going to get the kill, but still, Crystal, the bomb is planted for his position. It's going to be very unlikely that they can't be able to stop the defuse. He's on it, and there's the stop. So Crystal doing what he needed to, and he picks up the kill on Chris. No issue at all. If you had given me... This is going to sound harsh, but I'm actually trying to make a positive point. Okay. If you'd given me a piece of paper with these names on it before the major and the major qualifier and said, you know, are these guys going to qualify the major? I would have probably laughed and said, no, like, there's absolutely no way that's going to happen. But that's very cool. This is one of the things that I love about the major, and one of the aspects that's been missing for a very long time in Counter-Strike, actually almost the entire duration of Global Offensive, has been this unknown quantity. Like, there are too many tournaments to some extent where you can sort of more or less point out who's going to be hitting the semis at least, or the playoffs. So you say, that's likely to happen. It's so much fun when this happens, when suddenly you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting this, and then you're just being allowed to enjoy it because they're playing really well. They look like a much better team than some of the other more well-known teams that we've seen in this qualifier, and that's amazing. 9-0 and moving into the 10th round and sneaking through the smoke as well, even with a bit of team damage in there. HS is going to pick up the kill and a second frag for him, dropping Rops as well. Now it's a 3-on-3 and he's looking for it. HS, he's so hungry. Is he going to realize Dennis turning around? And Dennis will still pick up the kill there. Bomb is planted. It's Sunny and Sen left, and oh no, Dennis, he's playing this round very well. That's some heads-up play and leaves Sen in a 1-on-3.
So smart. But Sen, he had the advantage of positioning. He gets it to line up, but it's not going to be good enough. He had just that one chance. Yeah. If he can turn that into a 1v2, might be able to back off and make something happen there, but instead it will be the retake successful for mousesports. Finally, mousesports on the board, 9-1. And they save both ops as well, which is big considering the fact that now they run the risk of getting their economies reset. That's what's really scary, because they lost both of the players the round before. So it was a full buy coming in from mousesports, but that was all their money down. Now they have to spend it all again, and if they get reset here, it's going to look real grim for the Manders. That'll be Penta into the double digits, and with a clear run to a very solid first half.
11th round. Finally, mousesports are able to pick up even just the one. Double AWP there on Mouse again. Didn't really work out last time the way that we wanted, but maybe this time it will. And it looks like we're back to the B-bomb site for Penta.
And we're back to the plateau hit as well, by the looks of things here. All the nades heading out, and here we go. Now mousesports should be aware of what's going on, but HS changing it up. How does Lowell get that kill? Wasn't he flashed?
He was, and backing off from the stairwell. That's really impressive. Robs has gone down. Oh, Chris will find one shot. Is he going to try and run for the smoke? That's a big mistake from Dennis. And Crystal pushed up a bit far. If he can find one more kill, suddenly it's even. And what a flashbang coming in. But Lowell seems to be just completely immune to flashes. Still picks up the kills left and right. And that will be mousesports winning a second round.
How? So he managed to get sunglasses in the game or something going on? Because that's 2 kills blind where Lowell, he should be dead. And yet somehow he manages to make the difference. 2 of the big frags as well, because if HS gets out scot-free and kills Lowell, then they can start the wrap onto the B site. That's the first kill, and right there, had Lowell gone down for free, 2-on-2 in a decent situation for Penta. But Lowell, the big hero in that round right there, turning it around for his team. 2 rounds in a row now for mousesports, and it's on Penta now to show some grit, that they are going to be able to just turn it around here at the end of the first half and not allow mousesports to get up to those 6 rounds. Because if mousesports do get up to 6, I definitely feel like Penta, they might be in a bit of the doghouse there.
Yeah, I think Penta would be very disappointed if this finishes 9-6. But I think even if mousesports gets 4 rounds here, it's still competitive, you know. Not easy by any means, but I think 4 rounds and they can still make the comeback work. HS walking out into the fire, and Chris will pick up Innocent as well, so that's a pretty good double return there in the end. Sunny's going to go down. Sen and Crystal. Oh, and Chris taking one with him. It's a bit spiteful, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. He's been so good about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's good decision-making, basically.
He's been very quick. We saw some opportunities from him yesterday where he was, you know, it's like, oh, he's dead. Oh, no, still managed to grab somebody and take him with him. And there's Oscar holding the clean angle. And so you see it. That's 2 rounds in a row now where 1 single Molotov. Now that mousesports have got the economy to be able to afford to get the incendiaries every round, they just keep getting that incendiary down on plateau, and it's messing up Penta. This B executes so hard. You see it 2 rounds in a row now where the push on plateau just gets bogged down because of a single incendiary. Turns out, you know, fire, pretty scary, pretty good.
It is for many things, actually. Bad for some, bad for others.
What's bad? What? I mean, I guess if your house burns down, yeah, you're not a big fan. But
yeah, there are some things you want a different solution than fire. Is what I'm saying. You know, if you got ants in your house, then you know, burning them out. Just, I don't know, like I'd choose something different.
Fire.
All right.
Yeah. Well, hornets.
Similar solution to life, apparently.
Listen, you know, Hank Hill was onto something. Propane accessories, fire everywhere.
I suppose. 13th round here. This is big. And what's really impressive now is that finally Penta's economy is actually broken. This is what mousesports have really managed to achieve by winning these consecutive rounds. Remember, just a short while ago, I think Innocent had 15,000 in the bank, and he's got 50 now. It's a massive, massive drop in economy. Only otherwise witnessed, you know, by the likes of Henry G. Goes on similar rides.
Turns out buying an apartment is expensive.
Yes. I could have made that joke with any number of people, but I thought...
Yeah, exactly. Know. I mean, Sato is almost like a better one.
Yeah, it's true.
Buy a race car, lose all money.
Dennis in the corner with a big double spray down, and Crystal will get only 1 in return, and Rops is there to take over the angle. Very, very good team play coming out here. That's how you wanted the defense to work out initially for mousesports, and it just didn't. Now, it's 9-4. The 14th round is coming up, and Penta have to eco.
Yeah, for the first time so far this half, they are finally forced to go for a half buy. And I like it. Go for the half buy. Get some Tech 9, some Kevlar, a couple of nades. The one thing here is that... at least now, it's been very direct from Penta.
There's another thing I have to point out, because I just saw it in the replay. Crystal had a Molotov.
Okay.
So, you know, it's all hindsight, but I wish he could have Molotov that corner, you know?
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, when you have very few grenades, you have to figure out where to use them. And they you know, it's not like they don't know how to do it. They just prioritized it somewhere else. So we'll give them a break for that one. Classic B execute coming up here. Looks like a sort of wall of smokes that's going to be landing on the B-bomb side, and you see them raining down from above and cutting off everything from the boost box to the statue. All a very good idea. Now they just need that one entry to really make it work. In fact, they're faking it towards the A-bomb side instead, but they've run into Dennis and Oscar, who are doing a tremendous amount of damage, and Sunny, last one left in a 1-on-4, and currently not even with the bomb picked up, so it's not easy.
Yeah, it's a shame it didn't work, actually.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
Because exactly, you know, I was just about to say that they're being so direct about everything. It's like, oh, these smokes mean this tactic, right? Or rush out onto A. You know, they know that they're fully going to commit. mousesports are, you know, they have enough experience on this roster to start identifying those things and adjusting. And so we see they have 5 rounds on the board now. But I do like that Penta are like, right, we're going to throw the same wall of smokes, but go completely, you know, somewhere completely different. Just didn't pan out for them. No firepower really for them to make it work with.
So just to recap the first half, we've gone from 9-0 to 9-5. That's unexpected, but it shows you that you shouldn't give up, I suppose.
Never say die in CS, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a beautiful life lesson, really. Something to just meditate about for the future.
Life is suffering.
This is
sometimes for mousesports, you know, in mousesports' case, they suffered for 9 rounds, and now it's starting to look up. There's a life lesson there.
That is how it works, actually. It's very accurate. I like how we're getting into more philosophy. You should have more philosophy in Counter-Strike, in general, in esports maybe.
It's a deep enough game.
It can always, at the risk of saying it, it can always go deeper. They are going to be falling back towards the A bomb site, and with 2 AWPs, that's not a big risk. They can afford to do that. Dennis is just going to peek in here and try and see if he can buy some time now. Under a minute left on the clock, and didn't actually see anyone. Although I think, yeah, they already put out 1 smoke, so things are getting a bit strange now. They've smoked off towards the mid doors and on the A side, and now they're rotating everybody back towards drop and everything. I mean, I don't know, Penta. This might be too deep.
Yeah, we're about to find out if mousesports are going to cry uncle or not. Because this is actually a big shift from Penta. Throwing a fake, winding up over here on the B site. Nades are going down. There are 3, soon to be 4 players here for mousesports, but still, are they comfortable with this situation? We might get a chance here for Lowell to shine, and sure enough, 2 kills for him on the plateau, and Robs just goes right through the smoke and gets a kill of his own. Too much damage.
Yeah, it's almost no chance at all, is there? Lowell with the double, Chris with the double, 9-6 at the end. So we cut the first half and split it almost evenly.
Does that well, does that kind of tell you that Penta are still a team that are trying to iron out a little bit? You know, it's like they've got the straight executes down, but as soon as they start trying to throw a little bit of a curveball out there, you know, they're fumbling it a little bit, right? It gets a little wonky. They're not quite sure how to pull that off yet, it feels like.
Yeah, and I'm kind of weird that there weren't more plays on this half that were based on try to get picks, you know? If you got people like HS and Sunny who have been hitting really good shots, and Innocent too this game, why not have them out on the plateau or something, just trying to snipe into B or something? It did seem like it was very execute heavy, and eventually Chris, who's now doing the leading from mousesports, figured out what was going on apparently, or they did as a team. It's very good. Now we've got a whole sort of, you know, round the world strat we used to call this, where you just run everywhere with the Glock and the pistol round, and eventually they're going to backtrack and run all the other way. This is all very confusing.
I mean, for Penta at least, they've got both of the players on A way back, so they can put those USPs to good use, take advantage of the one-shot headshot. And we have them holding in chicken coop as well. Good dueling positions here for Penta. They want those long-range fights with mousesports at this point.
Where's the smoke going to go, Chris? Is it just going to be to get people out on the plateau without getting sniped? It could be. Oscar's got the Tech 9 and armor, so he's ready to battle it up with anyone who's daring. You see the already 2 people actually in chicken coop. That's very interesting. That's going to be a huge mind game. They won't check for that, and they don't have a Molotov to fire it out, so that could actually win them the round right here. HS goes down, but that one little lurk back here. Oh, they're going to go and hard check it. That's very important. Innocent gets a headshot regardless, and he's on 1 health back here. That's so critical for mousesports that they check it the hard way. If they just assume there's only 1, that can cost them the round for sure. Sunny goes down, and mousesports now winning 7 rounds in a row, including a pistol. Listen, if they win the next 2, which they likely will, they could go lose 9 rounds, win 9 rounds straight. That's kind of rare.
And then we have the total balance, right? I mean, I was kind of just curious about what prompted Zen to start rotating. Because if we had the replay, we could have seen there. But what's up? Because they had the 2 in chicken coop, and then he just starts rotating, and mousesports at the perfect timing and catch him in the open. I'm wondering what the communication was there to get him to start rotating off. Was it the noise and drop? I don't know.
Something certainly did get a bit weird. Crystal will get a kill, and in his okay. After the fact.
See, he's just like, you know, I got to stop you at 2 kills, man. Like, you got to calm down a little bit here.
For sure, there will be a court-martial to determine whether or not that was even real or not. HS will go down and look like he should have got the kill on Robs for sure, but maybe even Lowell. They were actually both in some trouble there. Sen will go down. So in spite of the mutiny that was going on mousesports' side, they're going to end up winning it anyway for a solid 8 rounds in a row.
And it's Rops who's come alive. Look at this, 111 ADR. Right in the comeback now, 20 kills for him.
Is anyone surprised?
He is a beast. And this has been a bit, well, not so much on the Puggy side of things. So, I mean, I am just a little bit. Jesus, that was so unnecessary.
It's the third bullet. He gets the kill with the first, fires again, and then a third bullet kills his teammate.
Half-Life 3 confirmed?
I'm waiting every day, man. Every day. I like this from Penta, though. I doubt it's going to work, but I still think it's pretty exciting. They are rushing in behind the terrorist forces. They're going to get found out right about now. And already it's pretty much been cancelled. Robs with a Craig double kill. I still think that's a cool idea. I want more people to try stuff like that.
Yeah, get Craig. That's it. Chris J, go get that money. Long-range tapping with the MAC-10. Less effective, surely. But at least he makes a little bit of money. And Dennis with the MAC-10 as well will find one. Zen just allowing his teammate to die. Merciless. But still, 2 MAC-10, 3 MAC-10 kills. You got to take that if you're mousesports. You're going to be feeling pretty happy about that. A lot of money in the bank now going into this next round.
The prophecy has been fulfilled. They split the game evenly now. One team winning 9 in a row and the other team winning 9 in a row. And if you're really good at math, you'll realize that takes us to 9-9 as a scoreline.
Jeez, dude, mind blown right now.
I intentionally didn't ask you, Samla, because you've already failed the math section of this exam. 19th round is coming up now, and we'll see what happens now. Penta have rifles, not the most exciting rifles, but they do have them. And see if they can make a big difference. HS is going to pick up the first shot on Rops, and we just talked about how he's been doing very well. What a big opening frag.
I guess that was just through the smoke. Tough break for Rops. That's frustrating. Zen, however, he's here. The flash is not quite effective. He could find his timing still. HS, though, doesn't need any help. 2 kills for him. And we still have Zen alive here on the plateau, and so Oscar can't do anything to support his teammates.
Nice job. Oscar going to be going down. And Lowell pick up 1 frag on Innocent. More kills here are really needed, and they're not going to get them. That's so dangerous because it's one thing losing this 4th round. mousesports can live with that. It's more the fact that Penta start to build an economy. That's what you really don't want, and that's what's happening.
Yeah, look at this money. All the money that they saved from the first 3 rounds from mousesports gone. So that is just a little bit painful, but Oscar will have his AWP. He had the money for that at least. But what a round from HS. Full flash, no problem. Still manages to pick up both kills. That's big. 3 kills for him in the round. And that gets Penta to finally break that streak. They have 10 rounds now. 10-9. And we'll see, can they start turning this around and get a streak of their own going? It would be fair. It feels like it's like a handshake between both of these teams now. You guys will get your chance, and then we'll get ours, and, you know, just goes back and forth, right?
This is where Penta just win 16-9, just shrugging and bringing it home. I don't know. Maybe it will be a bit more balanced for the last part of this game, which is still on its way here. I like this position from Zen, but the rest of Penta are so stacked towards the A-bomb side. It almost feels like they've been watching demos and maybe know what Chris likes to do, because otherwise that's a big investment on this side. They've already lost Crystal, and Sunny goes down, and Innocent is so much trouble. They're coming in from every angle. If you get 3 players on the A side and you find the right spot, you have to win the round. Penta are going to be absolutely gutted. Just HS left, and going to get the first kill, goes for a secondary spray, takes that one, continues! Oh my god, taking down every single one! HS, what an absolute maniac. And now it's just him versus Rops. Both from the same country, and now in a one-on-one, going for the long-range spray. HS 2 health left, just wants to survive, but Rops is not even going to go for the bomb. He's going to go for the straight-up fight. He's waiting for him, and Rops is going to steal it away. What a clutch it would have been. But ultimately, it will be mousesports to pick it up. This is just unbelievable, isn't it?
Wow. You really want him to win that if you're HS at that point. I mean, the first one, okay, fair enough. He's looking away. It's the third that's just truly magical. The spray transfer dead on.
Crazy. And, you know, he actually peaks before the Molotov lands as well. But if they had forced him out with it, oh, no.
That's right, Lowell. You done messed up.
These reaction cams are so good because so much of, I feel like so much of Counter-Strike is in that. Like, it's the emotional part of it that's so entertaining.
Hey, do you know Radio Kappa?
I don't.
Because it's like, all right, now, well, like, this is a bit of a stretch, but it's a guy who does songs based off of, like, streamers and, like, what they say in their reactions. And he, like, makes music out of it, right, basically. And PGL have kind of been doing that, like, the montages where it's, like, all the different reactions of the
I saw
players.
that yesterday.
More of that, please. It is so good. It's like if we could actually, if like people could actually just have access to all of that and then just make music videos and stuff, I think it would be hilarious. You could probably come up with some pretty good stuff.
Maybe a potential community challenge. Who can make the best? That'd be actually a very good idea. Got some rifles here scattered over Penta, but Rob's continuing to wreak havoc, finding another headshot and going for the triple. Going to be Chris to help him out with that one, but still, that's going to open up pretty much everything here and just leave Crystal in a terrible situation. Robs will get his triple at the end for a 11-10 scoreline favoring mousesports, but it isn't just the score, it's the money that's the big difference here. So, I don't know. I think mousesports are dangerously close to winning this game.
This is looking a little grim. This is looking a little grim for Penta, a little deflated now, where we had some strong shots coming in from Innocent. First half, he was very strong. Second half, not so much. It's been HS who's kind of taken over. But we kind of need to look to Crystal, to Zen. You know, these guys need to start waking up here. The whole team needs to start firing on all cylinders if they hope to be able to bring it back versus mousesports. Because mousesports right now, they're looking very good. And this time, Lowell is ready.
Why are you peeking it? It's definitely not necessary. Luckily, Dennis has got things under control a bit with a triple kill, but he got headshot immediately in that window. Like, at that point, just, you know they're all coming there, just don't even fight it. Leave it alone.
And they've got 2 AKs now as well for Penta. That's brilliant.
That's actually a very big win. So, yeah, a small mistake. A bit of hesitation on Lowell's part, and Dennis had to give his life, I suppose, to keep fighting. The rest of mousesports, though, have got the bomb down, so ultimately the round will still be theirs, but that has a big impact on the upcoming round, those 2 AKs, for sure.
It's that one-shot headshot capability on CT side. It's the question now is whether you give it to HS or not. You know, it's like Crystal, just hand it over. Hand over the AK to HS. Let him continue to reign supreme.
Well, I mean, the other question is, will it allow them a bit earlier to pick up an AWP? Is that going to be a feature of this? Boosted into the corner, hiding from the explosion. It'd be great if someone had, like, if Crystal was nearby with the AWP. Or, like, with the HE, sorry, just throw it in.
Yeah. I kind of miss that from Inferno Pit. You don't really see that too often these days.
No.
But the guy's just running in there with the HE towards Pit or something like that. It was so common to survive the bomb blast in there. All right, no, so there's like 5,000 on Crystal.
Yeah, so he could buy the AWP, that was my... But then he wouldn't have any armor, I suppose.
Exactly, that's the painful bit. 4,600 on HS. He's the only one who can buy it. Or do you just go around it? You just go for a full buy with rifles, regardless. Make sure you have all the nades. Everybody can have a full buy here if they just go for the nades instead. HS drops an M4 for Zen.
Yeah, I suppose... weirdly, this map isn't as easy to open as it should be. Like, there's so many long angles that you can hold on this map that you would think the AWP would be really powerful. I mean, in the right hands, maybe it is, but on the CT side, you know, you're going to get flashed and smoked almost everywhere, and that makes it a bit tough on some people. So I guess Crystal's just not really in the mood for it.
No, he gives the AK to Zen. So, interesting. Tough call, but it seems like that's just going to be the play here. HS, we'll have to see if he's as lethal with that M4. Certainly doing a pretty good job with it so far this second half. 12-10, mousesports in the lead, full buy on their side. And a little bit of pressure out towards A right now, but the bomb is waiting towards the B halls.
Just good basic teamwork. Dennis leading the push, and then Oscar holding the angles behind him with the AWP just in case anyone tries to peek him as he's walking around. There's that Molotov into the corner we were talking about earlier, and Crystal nearly goes down, but that's still really good value for money there. They had that similar situation earlier where they actually had the Molotov. I think that was on Crystal on the other half, but still, they could have checked the corner in the same way. 23rd round here, and we're down to 50 seconds with, again, the 3-man stack towards A, 2 on B. Holding B with 2 people is almost impossible, in my opinion.
Even with HS?
Well, so the one good thing that he's doing here is he's so far forward on the map that he can see them coming. Like, that's really a lot of credit to him here. That at least will buy some time for the rotation to come in. Now he has to stay alive alone, and he can't really buy any time now because his teammate in drop died. Robs will get the kill on HS, and 4 versus 3. not exactly looking good for Penta right now, and this is their big round to buy. They really can't afford to lose it. Crystal will pick up a kill, and Innocent trying to find the angle through Sunny doing a bit of work in the background. A bomb has been planted, but only just an in and out. Crystal has actually found an AWP, so this could get a bit interesting now. Innocent going to be sneaking in. Did he see the guy on stairwell? I'm not sure that he has. The timing is very good indeed, and Robs goes down. Innocent with the next shot on Lowell, and that's the kill and the round. Very, very well done. That's a very hard retake, and I'm actually impressed that they even came anywhere near winning that round, Penta, and even more so winning it.
I was going to say that should be an impossible situation to actually pull off. Man advantage, B site set up.
I do really want to make this point because I think it's really important. If they're going to be playing 2 on B and 3 on A, then it is really important that HS is forward to spot the run-in to be long there. Because at least then he can call on the radio and say, listen, you know, we need a rotation quick. The fact that the guy in drop died beforehand just made his job so hard. Like, it's really hard to do that if you're HS.
Despite the fact that he had the smoke down too.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to respect it, right? They're just gonna charge him down almost every time. So at least they were doing that part right. But really well done on the retake. And mousesports now. 12-11. They have still some money in the bank, almost 8,000 on Chris. Going to be dropping a bit when he buys here, depending on what it is, but it's probably just going to be AK. Still, anybody's game right now.
Yeah, making good use of the timeouts here. I like that from mousesports. This is their 3rd timeout. We've seen some teams, you know, just kind of refuse when things are getting out of hand. They still don't call for a timeout, and that feels just like a little bit of a crutch. But I'm glad to see mousesports, their coach, getting involved. He was talking a bit there. Rops at 126 ADR. What a beast.
It's ridiculous.
But okay. Is mousesports going to decide to change things up, change the pace? They're playing around a little bit over towards A in the last round. Now it seems like they're much more focused on this B site. And Rops once again taking point.
Forced forward by the Molotov, but doesn't commit fully to it yet. Instead, going to underhand throw through the smoke and then make the jump down. Gets an immediate kill. HS is there with a return though, and he gets a 2nd kill too, so a lot of trading going back and forth. The bomb has been dropped and spotted for sure, so Penta are going to be making the full rotation this way. Innocent by the rock, and he's going to get taken down by Lowell. That's a great shot. Sunny not risking it. He wants to wait. He's going to stop the bomb. Gets another kill. Sunny with a triple. That's beautiful play. The Finnish surgeon just coming out from the corner and slicing them all up. That's absolutely wonderful. This does, I mean, especially for new viewers, I think you see that, you think, yeah, of course he doesn't take the shot, but that's so hard to do. Not pulling the trigger when you're in that corner that takes a lot of nerve and a lot of brain power. I love that.
Oh, he was just the tax man that round, Anders.
Yeah.
There's 2 things that are inevitable, right? Death and taxes. Sonny, he knew his time would come. In Finland in particular, man, he knew what's up.
I just paid mine, Semler. Don't talk to me about taxes, please. I don't want to think about it. Lowell does take Sunny down as a sort of late revenge for the previous round. Innocent has got 2 kills, though. The grenade, oh, it doesn't go far enough. That could have been almost a double there. Strange round, but looks like it'll go in the favor of Penta. This game is all over the place. Like, now it's just a complete brawl.
Now it's open. Penta are back into this, and if they can actually keep the 4 alive here as well, maybe find Lowell, recover that M4. That would be monster if Zen could actually pick that up. He's not necessarily in the right place. He is closing in, though. It looks like they're going to make the play to A. Innocent in position all ready to stop them from getting out on balcony. Although he gets antsy, he decides to change up his angle. Need to trust in the angle once you get into it. But he will find the kill. Didn't spot Oscar, though.
No, I mean, he has the bomb, but he's boxed in as soon as he fires the gun. And even before then, it seems, he goes down. HS with just 1 kill in the round, but Innocent with 3, and makes an overall scoreline for both him and HS of 22 kills each. And Robs has got 30, so there's a bit more cohesion on the Penta side in the sense that that is not just one player carrying most of the weight, whereas it seems like Robs needs just a bit of backup, a little bit from somebody, anybody. Oscar, what are you doing? 12 kills. Get more.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive to see that Oscar isn't actually getting into this fight much. I do believe this is the last technical timeout call, or tactical timeout called here for mousesports. And they know this is a key round, but whoa, wait. Rops just dropped Oscar a hero op?
Yeah.
Okay, let's dango. Let's dance here.
Well, I did say you should get more kills, but I didn't mean like this.
This is interesting because, I mean, we used to see this a bit in the past exist from Nip, I mean, years ago. But, you know, going for the hero op, you have enough money. It's an eco for the rest of the team, but Oscar, he's going to have that firepower, and we'll see if he can make the difference here. That element of surprise, Penta are not going to expect this. Yep, sure enough, just running out in the open like that, if they knew an op was in play.
Yeah, but imagine if he had been scoped up there. That would have been interesting. He spots the player. That's going to be the kill. The hero op in full effect. And is he going to spot a second player up there? He knows the smoke is there, so they definitely have found out. Robs takes down Sunny. Penta, you must be winning this round. They can't afford to panic right now. Everyone calm it down. Crystal's in a really good position here, looking for the headshot, but actually missing it. Going to be a good flashbang to go into the site, and will at least allow Sen to get out of that room. Now 3 versus 4 with the bomb down. mousesports, a massive gamble in this round to pick up that weapon and also the following pistols. This is definitely close to an all or nothing play. Dennis, right at the edge, going to be taking HS down, and now it's just Sen and Crystal left. mousesports, how have they made this work? At least Crystal gets a kill on Oscar, but Sen is going to be going down. Dennis strikes again with a double, and Crystal looking to bring it back in a 1-on-3. He's got the first kill. That much is done. And now he just needs the last 2. Taking out Robs, and Lowell on the other side hiding. The bomb is so far ticked. Crystal going to tap it one. There is no more time left. He gets the kill, but loses the round. A quad kill for Crystal, and the orb is gone. mousesports, what an impressive round.
In a round of eco, no less. And so they get into this. They have the full buy, everything. But the hero op. Oscar, all he needed to do was get that 1 kill. And sure enough, Innocent just over-peaking. Just expecting to get some free eco frags, like a feel-good moment. And then sure enough, managing to pull that off beautifully. Crystal, he's going to be... like, sometimes CS can be pretty cruel, Anders. Because if Crystal shows up a half second earlier to that door looking to ramp, he gets 2 kills. And we're looking at a totally different situation. Instead, he barely misses out on the timing there.
Such a crazy calculation. I mean, when you have scattered money like this, I think a lot of teams would have just gone for like Tech 9 armor on everyone, and then said, okay, we've got like half the buy, and then that's cool, and then we'll buy the next round anyway. But investing an AWP into it as well. I mean, I guess they had the economic space to do it, but that's still very interesting. And the fact that it works just makes it a better story.
Oscar still got it this round. They had the money to rebuy. And so now tied up once again, tit for tat between both of these teams, 13-13. And it's going to be Penta, all or nothing sort of situation for them, although Rop's making a bit of noise, so they know they're down and drop. They shouldn't be getting caught off guard here, Penta. They need to find a first kill.
Very hard to do that. Rops gets 1, and actually a second as well. Sen, not really sure what's going on. It looked like it took a while to even get the kill on Robs because he was hiding in that corner, and then did he want to pick up the rifle and just failed it? I think that was what it is.
He got CS-GO'd.
He got CS-GO'd. CS-GO'd himself?
Yeah, he CS-GO'd himself. It's not even like he got CS-GO'd. It's just like, you know, so, when you're trying to click and it's just you're like, please, can I just pick up the gun?
That's heartbreaking.
There's a reason why players throw the gun first.
Well, yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. So holding the B bomb site without holding drop is just very, very hard to do because all your players are going to be holding multiple angles at that point in time. So, like, as soon as someone is down drop and looking towards plateau from drop, that plateau position is almost immediately compromised. But the problem is you can't really fall back from it either because they're going to be at the broken wall looking for you to fall back from the stairs. So, yeah, it's just and plus they're probably going to Molotov it anyway. So yeah, there's just a lot of trouble that way. Bit of a shame for Penta that they just weren't ready for that round essentially. 14-13 now, and they're moving into the 28th round. Penta's economy is really broken. mousesports, I think they've done a very good job in this second half here. I think, and I'd say Penta might end up losing this game, partly because they won't have the money to buy the rifles to defend the rounds.
That's exactly it. Although Crystal, he has that op. Is he capable of doing what Oscar, right? The reverse, exactly. The reverse hero op. You know, is that a possibility here?
The mythical reverse hero op.
I mean, it's tough for Lowell. Or I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's actually pretty good for Lowell right now. I was going to say, you know, it's tough for Mixwell because, as far as Spain is concerned, those are the only 2 players here in this tournament. And so Mixwell, we saw what happened with Optic earlier today. He's out of the picture now. not feeling good at all whatsoever, obviously.
Whatever happened to Aguilar and Musambani?
Oh, man, yeah. Musambani. That was a sick name, too. You know, you got Pachanga, but then Musambani.
Yeah, but also, I think sort of an overlooked play. I think actually Musambani wasn't as bad as, or I mean, I guess most people don't even remember, but I actually think he had some stuff to offer as a, also just as a, you know, on the experience front, you know? Been playing the game for a really long time. Don't know what happened to him.
They were just, I think they just grew discouraged, right? Because the Spanish scene has always struggled in CSGO, especially at the beginning, right? They were kind of just, you know, they were there, but they never really were much of a threat.
Oh, look at this push coming out. Shot onto Innocent. The AWP unable to find the angle. All mousesports just dodging it, however way you prefer. Now, Orbis down, just pick it up and run, HS. It's definitely not worth fighting here. Even with Sen on the bomb side, this is not going to be a winnable fight. And HS now weirdly trapped. They needed to save this AWP, and I don't think they're going to be able to. And the problem is, even next round, they're not going to have the money really. So HS is going to pick up one. He actually goes for the fight. I mean, yeah, brave, but maybe not really worth it. 15-13, and they can't really rebuy the AWP. So Penta going to be in a lot of trouble for this round here. mousesports 1 round away from making it through.
For being the first team. So
Madness.
You gotta give him that, man. You gotta give him that.
Absolute madness, yeah. This is exciting. I think both teams are playing just exciting Counter-Strike right now. I'm so pleased.
I'm just pleased to see mousesports doing such fantastic work. I mean, Penta, yes, great to see the new this roster actually, you know, having an impact and being a real threat here at the major qualifiers. But I'm also happy to see mousesports doing well themselves. I mean, they've gone through a lot of rough and tough kind of tumble times. So to see them just powering through here at the end, getting that 3-0 clean, no worries, straight through to the major. They get to relax tomorrow and then start focusing up on the big event. No more indecision, no more mystery.
Rops with the early frag in this round on Crystal. And it's not the best way to get started here in the 29th round. Innocent and Sunny are playing alone on the A side. I don't really mind that so much, but it's really hard on CT side Cobblestone. Normally we would say, okay, you're a man down, you take a risk and get something back. I'm not sure anyone knows how to do that on CT side Cobblestone, because there aren't many risks that are even feasible. You know, like there's a really big chance if you try and take a risk and walk in somewhere, you're just gonna lose the round anyway. So it's kind of difficult to do. But they aren't doing it anyway. They're not trying right now. Most forward player is HS on the plateau, and again, like that position just because he can see what's coming. But is he gonna have enough time to react?
I mean, he's done a fantastic job. He gets a fresh smoke down at 25 seconds left. That's actually kind of nerve-wracking here for mousesports. HS just trust. Exactly, turns away, gets the shot. But they're coming through drop. 3 players still alive here, 4 from mousesports, and they're all going through drop room. HS gets wiped out, and it's all on Zen now to be the hero.
And that's not going to happen, apparently. Sunny coming through instead with the UMP triple spray down. Definitely a hero play. 4 seconds left here. Dennis, he's going to have time to plant the bomb, but he's only got 6 health against Innocent, who's coming in from long instead. And Dennis has got his back turned. Innocent just has to find the timing, and they're going to push it to the 30th round. Indeed, they will. And it's all thanks to Sunny. Yeah. Yesterday, life was all rain. Listen to Boney M ever. So good.
I was going more with, you know, Zen not really, he's being a bit too calm, a little bit too peaceful, I think. You know, needs to get the blood up a little bit because
yeah, it's true.
He's been a little bit too Zen, a little bit too calm so far.
Well, it's that situation with HS on the plateau and Sen holding the statue so perfectly highlights what the problem is with this particular bomb site from a CT point of view, because HS is doing a fine job covering the plateau. Like that's his job, and he succeeded. He put the smoke up, he got the kill on the guy coming through. Now he just has to do another job, which is holding drop, because Sen can't do that. You know, Sen just is there waiting while his teammate is getting fired at and shot down. It's like
from 2 angles.
Yeah, it's really tough, you know, and it's a bit of an issue. 30th round now, plenty of money on mousesports to buy. This could either be overtime, or it could be a bit of a heartbreak moment for Penta as mousesports make it to the major and qualify for all of that. But not yet. AWP on Crystal, AWP on Oscar, who's been a bit quiet with that particular weapon, unusually quiet.
Oscar is relaxing quite a bit, it seems. But
has 35 kills.
Yeah, no, he's a monster right now, man. His ADR is through the roof. all in regular time. 30 rounds, drop 35. It's the young guns. It's the new talent. He's only 17.
And literally his name is Robin Cool. Like,
well, okay then.
Apparently he was born to do it.
Is he wearing tights?
He's got something going on, that's for sure. Innocent and Sunny are holding over by the A-bomb site in a very dangerous position here. Like, if you get flashed even for a second, or even worse, Molotov to stand inside of the smoke, it's not going to be good. Sunny has gone down, Innocent flashed all the way to hell, and now it's 4 versus 3. The Molotovs are going to start raining in, and HS is in a lot of trouble. Sen trying to help him out, but they're out in the open, and Oscar takes him down. Just manages to find a sliver there, and now 2 versus 4. mousesports a couple of kills away from making the major tournament. Sen goes down, and now it's all on Crystal. 1 on 3, and he has to make his way out of the balcony, and he's going to be making noise when he drops down. There's no chance. You can't really do that silently, so they know where he is. Going to be making a jump up, misses the 1 chance, and he's going to have no more. mousesports have made their way to the major. First team to go through. Absolutely.